As the colder months are upon us, this is when we begin to notice the holes in our landscapes. Where flowers were once blooming, now there is nothing. That is, of course, unless we have evergreens or garden statuary or something else that could be there all year long. So this gets my mind going. What can I do to fill in these holes or these blank spots, especially during the cold months? My first thought is, yes, garden statuary would be great. And if I can find some excellent deals on clearance items or whatever, that would be the most ideal situation. But if I can't find garden statuary, how about I make some items of my own? So this video is dedicated to some DIY projects. Black and white theme is what I chose to do, and I'm doing that for November and probably into December as well. I'm finding lots of black and white items out there, and so it could definitely be used for a fall and a winter transition. So I've built a few things, I've painted a few things. Let me show you what I've done, and maybe this can spark some inspiration for you and can help you come up with some ideas for projects you could do for your own garden. There was a time when I was making all sorts of things out of pallet wood. So anytime I found a spare pallet somewhere that someone was tossing, I brought it home, and I actually did so much of the upfront work taking them apart and cutting off like broken ends and stuff like that, and then I stored them in my garage until I was ready to use them. I've done a lot of projects with them already and painted on them and different things, but I decided to jump back into that pile of spare wood and see what else I could make. So the first project I'm showing you, we're starting in the garage. So what I am doing with this plethora of wood that I have in my garage is building a small little garden bench that is going to go with my black and white theme.
Like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. If all the things you never show, there are the things I want to know.
Since I am not a real carpenter, my designs are extremely simplistic. So this is the bench that I designed here. So, I think it's looking pretty cute. I almost don't even want to paint it black, but that's kind of what the purpose was. And while I was at it, cutting wood and putting things together, I decided I would go ahead and make another one of these little pumpkins. So, I still have to put him together, but I figured out maybe I would do him in black and white alternating stripe or something like that. So we'll see.
But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show.
So I have a couple of items next to me here. I have this lamp and I have this serving tray. Any idea what I'm going to make with those two things? Hopefully. All right. Well, I saw this very clever woman on YouTube, and she was making all sorts of garden decor items with basically items that she found at thrift stores. So I am going to attempt to make a bird bath out of these two items. Now, this lamp that I chose is large and, more importantly, is heavy. I wanted a heavy base on my bird bath because we do get coastal winds here, and I wanted to make sure this thing wasn't going to blow over. I also got some spray paint because I'm going to make my bird bath all black for outside. And let's see how I'm going to do that. out of here was step one. Now I'm going to just spray paint everything. This is going to be my top on here, and it's going to have a very uniform look when I'm done with it.
Yeah.
My bird bath is ready. I put all the pieces together by gluing them, and I even had this little tiny adornment, which is just a little dragonfly that I thought would be something cute for the top. So the reason I did this is because, you know, when you're looking for your garden elements, everything is expensive these days, and to get a bird bath that isn't just a plain old plastic piece of garbage that you're still spending $30 or $40 on, I just wanted to get something that was different. So the lamp that I bought, I got it from Salvation Army. It was $16, 50% off, so an $8 lamp. And then the plastic serving tray, which you could get at the dollar store. This was just one that I had, so technically free, and my little dragonfly free. I think the spray paint was probably, you know, $6-ish. And I have plenty left to do something else with, because it's one of those ones that can bond to plastic and all of that kind of stuff. So all things considered, a pretty inexpensive way to get a bird bath that is unique. I can't put it outside just yet because the spray paint is drying on its final coat, but I will definitely show you what it looks like in its spot when I find it. So I quite desperately need to divide up my snake plant. It is just bursting at the seams in this pot right here. And so I found some awesome black and white little flower pots. I got them on clearance from the Family Dollar. And I got all the ones that they had left. Now, while this isn't really going to help my black and white theme, because I'm going to put snake plants in them that can't stay out for the winter or the cold weather, I am going to pot up some snake plants in these so that I can give them away. So I have brought you inside my art studio because I started out with my first pumpkin that I showed you. I was going to do the striped look on it. I decided to go ahead and make a second one, but this one I wanted to do polka dots on. So I have a cork to a wine bottle. So I'm going to use this, just put paint on the bottom of it, and I'm just going to use it basically as a stamp to make some black polka dots on my pumpkin. So here we go with that. Soon it will be time to get everything outside and see how all the black and white things look together. Of course, as you're making anything with pallet wood, you have to understand that the boards are not going to be straight and flat and easygoing for you. So basically in this case, I'm just looking for two boards that kind of look like they could balance each other out enough. See, it didn't even make a full polka dot on that one. So I'm going to give that one another shot. And it's just because the boards are sticking out in different ways. So I think I'm just gonna use my paintbrush to fill in the little hole that's lacking here. Polka dot, perfect. So while my cute little polka dot pumpkin dries, I'm going to just plant up this other black planter that I got to suit my theme. So this one came from TJ Maxx, and what I decided to put in it is the stone crab sedum, because the stone crab sedum, as I've talked about in the past, is just an amazing performer everywhere I put it. So if it's in the ground, it's blossoming. If it's in pots, it's poofing out, it's trailing down the side of the pots. It just is an amazing plant. This does stay evergreen for me, so that's even better because that means that I can put it out there and I don't have to worry about the winter temperatures getting to it and bothering it. Also, I think that the color contrast of this bright green against the black pot is also really adorable. So for all of those reasons, that's why I picked the sedum, to give me some color out in my kind of darker winter and fall landscape. I legit just went out into my landscape and took another handful so I can make my pot a little more plentiful. Of course, I probably have too much now, but I like this draping piece right here. That's the piece I really want to add in. So let me go ahead and show you how everything turned out and how everything looks in its place here in my garden. And then for a special little treat, I want to take you down the street and show you something that my neighbor had done in their garden. I thought it would be a fun little treat to take you down the street to my friend and neighbor's house to show you this awesome DIY project that she and her husband put together in their front lawn as sort of a garden project for this spooky season, if you will. So seasonal garden projects are just like awesome, and if you get to pull together something that's super cool like she did, I feel like it's worth doting on her about. So this is my friend and neighbor Jennifer. So she has been kind enough to allow us to come onto her yard and see all the fun things that they have done to decorate for fall and Halloween. And this was the major project that I was saying was so cool that I wanted to come and talk to her about it. So tell us about your little pirate ship project.
So Halloween is probably our favorite time to decorate. We love all of the holidays, but there's something fun about decorating, and we've always done a few little things, and we started thinking this year about how fun it would be to have a pirate ship and take our skeletons, create pirates, and build this ship. So we were thinking about creative ways to do this, and we started thinking about all the multiple uses for pallet wood. So we found some free pallet wood in the neighborhood and started putting our heads together around how do we construct this, have fun with it, and enjoy a pirate ship. We love Halloween, but we like to keep it simple, have fun, and have big ideas on a little budget. So we were able to build the pirate ship pretty inexpensively. The pallet wood was free from some neighbors who had put it out beside the road and offered it for free. We were able to get our skeletons pretty cheaply from Walmart and their costumes. We found lots of things at the Dollar Tree, and we used cheap spray paint and an old cloth to just sort of rub things to make them look a little more distressed. So we liked to be able to have a big project with a small budget.
So obviously Halloween is all throughout your whole garden.
Yes.
So we have little bits of decor everywhere. You see the pirates in her rocking chairs and everything. So it just makes it that much more fun, right?
It does.
So she does really creative things all the time, but it was the pirate ship that drew me over here today that I was like, everybody has to see it because it's like super cool. So thank you for letting us come over.
Yeah, thanks for coming over.
All right. Hopefully you find all these little bits of projects and garden ideas inspiring, because I know I do. I love watching what other people come up with, and it helps me to feel creative and gets my juices flowing for what I can do in my own garden. So I'm Nicole. This is My Carolina Garden. Thank you so much for watching, and happy planting.